Tired of complicated cameras? Get your hands on the Coolpix L22, one of the simplest cameras I've seen in a while. Very powerful 12 megapixel camera, which is a lot. That's a big size. It's actually 4,000 by 3,000 resolution when you pump these out in full size. But this camera is very simple. If you want to give something to your kids, maybe your grandmother, someone who doesn't know how to use a digital camera, this takes all the guesswork out. Push the button. It's going to give you a great picture. Very affordable to boot. Now let's take a look at it. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on here so you can see the zoom lens pop out. It is a 3.5x optical zoom. It also has three-way image stabilization. It's actually doing it in several different ways. One is the lens shifting, and then the other is that the ISO and the shutter speed both get cranked up when the camera senses that there is shake. So whether you're moving, tracking a fast-moving object at a slow shutter speed, or you're shaking the camera, it's going to help you get those crisp, clear shots, even in low light. And that's due to the very high 1600 maximum ISO value for this camera. And if you don't know what that means, it's basically the gain on the sensor. And this one can get very, very high at 1600, so it'll take nice pictures in low light. Even candlelight, it'll take a picture. It might be a little grainy, but it will come out, and that's important when you're trying to capture an important moment. Maybe you might not get the best picture ever, but at least you got the picture and you can remember it. Worst case scenario, turn on that flash right there. Now, I'm going to show you the back and the top. Very simple. On-off button, your shutter release, your zoom control for both wide and telephoto, and then on the back, very, very simple controls. A playback button, your scene button to choose the different shooting modes. This is your exposure compensation, your flash, your timer adjust, and then your macro. And then you have a menu and a dedicated delete key. So very, very simple. I'm going to go ahead and hit the scene selection button so you can see how simple it is. Push it one more time. So here we are. I'm going to go to the first setting, which is your easy auto mode. You cannot go wrong with this easy auto mode. You basically push the shutter release and you get a picture. That's about it. Doesn't get any simpler than that. Then you have your scene mode, where you're going to be going through these scenes. You can pick portrait, landscape, sports, night photography or night portrait, party or indoor, beach, snow, sunset, dusk dawn, night landscape, close-up, food, museum. That's an interesting one. I wonder what that does to the camera. Makes everything boring now. Fireworks show, that's a cool feature, because if you've ever tried to catch fireworks, you know that it is not that easy. Copy, backlight, and then panorama assist, which is also very, very cool if you want to make a panorama with this camera. You also have a couple smart features. Let me go back over here. You have smart portrait, basically is like smile detection, blink detection. So if someone blinks, it'll let you know so you can take it again, or it'll also take pictures when people smile, etc. Movie, basically if you want to do some footage on here, it does do 480p non-high def video, but it does look pretty good, and it's great for YouTube if you just want to record your kid taking his first steps or something simple. It's really good for that. And then finally, a regular auto mode. It's not the full easy auto mode. Basically, this is going to manage your exposure and your focus, but when you're up here in the easy auto, it's actually going to choose the scenes for you. So you don't have to worry about selecting one. It's going to automatically choose one for you, and then in turn, it can even blend different ones to give you the best picture possible. Now, I'm going to go ahead and look at the bottom of the camera here. I want to show you. Let me turn this off real quick, and we're going to open up the battery area, and that is where you're going to see that it does take two very, very standard, very easy to come by AA batteries. So any AA alkaline batteries are going to work in here, no problem. Lithium ions will work as well. And then also right here, let's see if you can see it. Let me flip this upside down. There you go. You can sort of see it. There it is. That is your card reader, or where you're going to put your memory card. It does take SD cards or SDHCs, so very easy to find, even on vacation in foreign countries. Very easy to get into your computer, because most computers come with a card reader. Every laptop basically nowadays is a card reader, and very affordable as well. So you can get a large amount of photos. You can get a big card, maybe like a 16 gigabyte, and it'll hold a year's worth of pictures from this camera. Also, one final thing on the bottom here, you do have a standard 1/4 inch by 20 threaded screw. It's almost in line with the center of the lens, not really, but close enough, and that means you can definitely put this on a tripod to get really, really steady, crisp, clear shots. And there you have it. Very simple camera, very affordable, but it's still a very, very large 12 megapixel sensor. It does have the very nice 3.5x optical zoom, nice three-way image stabilization, so you're not going to get blurry shots when you're either moving or your subject's moving or it's very low light, and it's extremely, extremely affordable, way cheaper than some of those more expensive cameras, and definitely way cheaper than other 12 megapixel megapixel cameras. You don't really find them at affordable prices with such a large sensor. So very nice, very simple, highly recommended. If you have any questions, email me, and I'll see you guys next time. For more information on the Nikon Coolpix L22 point-and-shoot camera, type in N13-4640 into any major search engine.